Hello, welcome to the trial of the controller. Today our trial concerns Humankind, a 4X strategy game. In the game, you will need to build an empire, create your armies, advance your economy, advance your technology, and then in turn build more powerful armies, and then construct some civilian structures that will help you advance your way. Notably, you don't have to win the game by armies as much as the effect of military is in the game. The game does provide multiple ways to win the game, but today we're gonna learn the game by beating the hardest AI in the game. And unfortunately, military, in my opinion, is one of the few ways you can achieve this. Well, by trying to beat the hardest AI, you will, well, I guess one requirement is that you at least know most of the mechanisms, if not master them. At least you have to know the mechanisms enough to form a viable strategy. So that I think it's a pretty good way to learn the game instead of well, there are merits to tutorial, but I think it's nice to see how they come together and different mechanisms interplay with each other. And then the reason I'm playing against AI instead of playing against real player is that each game, 4S strategy game, famous for or infamous for it, usually multiplayer, unless you have a group of very passionate friends about 4X strategy game, each game takes several hours, and if it's to show its real value, you have to consider things like trade or diplomacy, which only makes sense for when you have multiple players, and when you have multiple human players, the game will take even longer. So I don't know. Think about Twilight Struggle with 5 players. Sounds great, right? So, so to most people, at least single player is how you start. So, and naturally, when you see the different levels AI, you'll be like, oh, maybe I can beat the hardest AI. I know it's kind of fun. So okay, we're gonna actually, by the way, our setting will satisfy the achievement Lord of the Flies. If you have read the novel, that's exactly the strategy we're gonna do. So we're basically gonna play a fairly small map, and with fewer AI opponents. This will also make the game quicker. Also make our video shorter, so I don't have to make a 10-hour long video, and I can still explain most of the mechanism in the game, which is really what I wanted to do. I also want to see if I can reproduce it. I did it once, but I know, we'll see. Even if I fail, you still learn. Well, I hope I still convey the mechanisms so that you can do it. It doesn't need to be me. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, if you have any comments, opinions, feel free to comment below. It will be great to see your comments. Okay, let's start. So, as the famous strategist Sun Tzu mentioned, the result of the war is determined before the war starts. So, in terms of humankind, it means that we need to set our stage right. So when you hit play, you hit new game, or the first thing to learn. Okay, there are many things, but I'll just briefly talk about them. You get to select how many people. So this is you, that's me, child of the controller. And then you can play with 3 other. Actually, not sure what this means. Okay. I hope they didn't. I'm actually on the George 10 beta branch. I don't think it will make that much difference. We'll see. If I lose, I lose. That's fine. Anyway, you have 3 AI opponents, and that's because we're doing Lord of the Flies, which actually means that you beat 3 other AI opponents well, with difficulty Humankind, obviously, but on the tiniest world map, which we're gonna do tiny. You will mention that apart from the size of the map, you choose random. There are many things you can adjust, and most of them you don't have to. I don't know. maybe there are something. Just there are so many, I cannot try them all. It will take thousands of hours. But I do think there's one thing very important. It's world shape. There are many different things, and the thing is that the Pangea, which I think means just one monolith continent, I think it's the best setting. It's not the only possible setting to beat uh, Humankind, the hardest AI, which is actually called Humankind. Um, and the reason being that I really like, I kind of like naval combat, so this is kind of sad. But if you have to advance to the age when you can build navies and go to another continent to conquer them, at the point the AI with their huge bonuses will already have advanced in technology so much that you just cannot catch up with them. So I think that's one of the key parameters. But if you can beat with ocean between two continents, let me know how you do it. It seems impossible to me. Maybe I'm missing something. Well, anyway, but that's about the map. And then the pace. So the achievement doesn't specify pace. So this is really where you can play around with it. I've seen comments or threads saying that slow gives you more advantage, because in slow everyone progresses slower and then you have more time for your army to beat their armies and conquer their cities and stuff. But I played once, it didn't quite work out for me. I feel like in slow everyone is progressing more slowly, but they are also more steadily progressing quicker than you. How in Blitz, at most you're different by one era. Sorry, one turn. So like you're behind, but in 1 or 2 turns you can catch up, and then this also makes the game shorter. So I think they say, oh, this, yeah, I don't know. In my experience, even when not the era limit, the turn, I think it does say, okay, so pace over 75 turns, but the game doesn't end at 75 turns. In fact, the game only ends, this is something about Humankind, that when one of the conditions happens, and the winner is not the one triggering the condition, but the one with the highest score, which is quite important, and will play into the how we win the game. You can choose different calendar. I don't think that matters. So anyway, we're gonna choose splits. Well, again, makes my video shorter, but whatever. Humankind, you don't have it. You don't have a choice. We are beating the hardest AI. Like, if we are beating Hamlet, I wouldn't be making a video. You would make a video. But it's well, I guess you can make peaceful mode. Peaceful mode, it would be impossible to win the Humankind with peaceful mode. Like, oh, wait, it means that they don't declare. Oh, interesting. That may give you an edge, actually. They don't fight you, but you can fight them. Huh, that's fun. Anyway, we're gonna play fair and square. Fair and square. So, no peaceful mode, nothing. It's interesting to see how they make the AI stronger, right? And this is pretty common in all the 4X strategy games. So obviously in the beginning there are some behavior, so they try to avoid conflict. Pace similar to yours, which is pretty good, and which is actually the one of the key factors. So because basically in the beginning the AI becomes more and more aggressive, right? So Metropolis is like the peak of their aggressiveness, and they can only be as aggressive as Metropolis. Basically, AIs will declare they will be peaceful, even ally with you in the beginning when you are weak. I don't know how they measure it. Maybe in terms of score, but in any case, if you have a higher score than them, they'll almost always declare war on you. So, okay. So I would say if you're not trying to torture yourself over Humankind, Nation is actually a pretty good difficulty. So they'll maximize their fame gain. So fame is a score, actually. It's fame that decides who wins the game. Um, so I guess Metropolis is slightly easier. Nation, I would say, is balanced. Let's say most strategies should work on Nation if they are viable. I mean like you don't have to kill them. You just advance your economy or advance your technology. You can even have a scientific win in the terminology of Civ by nation. I think it's possible, right? So if you want to enjoy the game, well, in some way, nation is nice. And then starting from nation, things get kind of more and more crazier, right? So here you say receive a small bonuses to their base yields when falling behind. It means that maybe major like thing in whatever aspect when they're falling behind, they'll just receive huge bonuses, some bonuses for nation, and then well, actually small bonuses for nation, substantial bonuses for empire, large bonuses to civilization, and huge bonuses to uh, their base yields in humankind. So this basically means that, in my experience, even if you have 3 times the land as your opponent nation, their bonuses are still enough for them to keep up with the technology and kind of their military with you. Like, put another way, it's only a fair game to fight a humankind AI in terms of, at least in the military. Definitely in terms of other things as well. But you have 3 times the land than theirs. So, this is kind of how big of a bonus they are receiving. It's great. Um, but it's nice to know that it's still able to win. Um, yeah, maybe to some people it's easy. I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty crazy to me. By the way, the 3 times is just based on my personal estimate. Custom maps, no, nothing. Well, anyway, you can hit start. I think we went through everything. If I made a mistake, it's fine. Obviously I cannot get the achievement again. So, well, load time. I think this game already has better load time than Civ. Um, right now it's just creating the world map. It's a small world, so it's nice. It shouldn't spend that much longer. I either cut this part off, or I will just talk about like the general strategy that we are going. I guess the general philosophies of the game. So in Humankind, you only win when your fame is the highest when the game ends, and the game ends in 5 ways, as we saw. There are 3 ways associated with killing other empires, all other empires. You can either eliminate them, easy to understand, not easy to do. Make them your vassals. So in this way, they're actually still playing the game pretty normally. Just that they have to give you a huge sum of money every time. So you just become very rich, which is very nice. But I don't know. I've never become the vassal of some other. I guess you actually do pay the money from your bank, whatever. What's the last one? Anyway, there are 3 associated with eliminating other opponents in some ways or forms. There's a final age. So if an empire reaches their final age and gets all the achievements, meaning that they, in principle, getting achievements. What's the word? Getting stars. Getting stars in each era is the main way of getting fame. So there will be 7 eras, with the first one being the Neolithic Era, however it's pronounced, basically like a primitive era, and then each of the later 6 eras work the same. Like each of them will have 21 stars for you to claim. Whenever you claim 7 stars, we'll see that in the menu later. But whenever you claim 7 stars by some means, then you can advance to the next era, which obviously unlocks technology. You can pick a culture. You can have special units. Well, associated with the culture get some bonuses. But you can also not advance to the era and keep getting fame for that, getting stars for that era. Okay, so anyway, now it's the animation, and we're gonna jump over it. When you play yourself, it's rather nice to see them. Sorry.
Nascent
But
societies are taking
well,
a deep breath,
the dawn
looking
of
across the
humankind.
landscape and preparing for
So yes,
greatness.
it is Neolithic era. That's pretty nice. You have to accumulate enough influence. I think it's called influence. Wait. No, it's to build an outpost. This is not the star that I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah. So, okay, since this is a video to learn humankind, so we got to explain everything you see on the map and beyond. Yeah, 4 strategy games are famous or infamous for their complexity, so that's why it's worth a video to explain it, I think. This is your starting unit. If it's eliminated, you're done. So just be careful. Um, you see some resources. So this is copper, and this is horses. This is unknown strategy resources that you can only know what they are when you advance to an era that has the ability to discover them. Um, those yellow thing are bonus kind of, what are they called? Discoveries. Yeah. They give you random things. Science, food, very important in the beginning, not so much in the later game. Um, okay. This is your influence, so that's not the thing I was talking about. So let's just so this is your fame points. Yes, that's what we're after. Fame points. And you're the mining tribe, so you're in the Neolithic era, which is very different. I cannot click him. That's fine. Um, anyway, so you can gain 3 fame star. I don't know. Okay, they're just called stars. Okay, era stars, era star. Okay, you can get 3 era stars. But you only need 1 to choose the first culture, and that's what exactly we're gonna do, right? So, I mean, there's a way of playing to, accumulate as much fame in each era so that the total amount of fame points you will outweigh them when you reach the eras, maybe later than others. But as I explained, they receive really huge bonuses in everything. So their fame, like no matter how hard you work, your fame wouldn't exceed them. Like just period. Uh, unless, well, you choke them, meaning that you either occupy most of their cities, or straight eliminate them to stop their gain of fame, and then you know, and then you basically leave one very pathetic small country and let it live. And then when you accumulate fame to beat not necessarily that country, but whatever country, not country, whatever player that has accumulated the most fame points so far, and you just have to beat that world record, and then you can kill the last one, and that's basically the strategy. So our point is to get the most powerful army as early as possible and conquer other people. Unfortunately, that's how we're gonna play. So we need to get first start to unlock your first culture, and then you're basically gonna start by you just render around. You don't need to select a point for your first city, and having a copper is pretty nice. Although we have some food. So food and industry is the first thing to consider because I'll explain that more when we get our first city, but we do have to, that's not a very great start. It's okay. We'll see how that works. It's not great. Yeah, we basically, one of the only ways is to just fish. Okay. Yeah, crossing the river one, uh, takes almost take 1 movement. So unfortunately, this will be our first turn. After that turn, all the AIs will be in the next era. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's just intern. I hope I get my first influence. Otherwise, I have to restart the game. Yes. Okay, era star unlocked. So the knowledge star.
Just because a
So if you
culture
look at
died
your
out,
menu, yes, it does prompt you to get your. You see, like they're already taken by unknown. Oh, yeah, 3 of them. So, when they are taken, you cannot get Anyway, I'll explain the culture right here, but let's just get to the knowledge start. You have to accumulate 2 science, which is trivial in the later game, but in the beginning, that's great. So we're definitely not gonna wait. So choose culture, actually. Oh yeah, I can build my claim territory. My first territory. Ooh. Oh, this is such a bad starting. This is insane. Okay. Okay, let's actually pick this first. I really do want the copper. I guess I can get it later. It's not that bad. Having a city early on is pretty important. I will take 2 turns to get to here. 13 food 5. It's kind of low on production. In my experience, having a better production is usually better. Oh, 3 turns. I cannot wait 3 turns. It's insane. I will try here. I don't know. I hope this means 2 turns. If it doesn't, it'll be really bad. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Values I lose. Oh, you have events. Okay. So you can read, but basically, if you point to them, they'll just tell you +1 industry or +1 science. In the beginning, industry is more important. I'm gonna choose. I don't even know. Um, I don't know. I make choices and then hope that they come together. But this is worth mentioning that you have those events happening, and then some will cost you something. Some are good, some are bad, and this is obviously good. Science is really good, but yeah, I'll do science. Okay, enter a new era. Just now, it prompts you. It's afraid that you will. So yes, they are based on historic cultures and then more detail. So yes, so culture. I would say it's one of the main points. Maybe the main point. How it's different from Civ. That you don't choose a culture and just stick to it forever. Instead, in each of the 6 eras, you choose a culture, and each culture will have well 3 things. Well, I guess the name. Um, there will be a permanent bonus. So this is here. So if you click on different things, um, they also have a type. There are 7 types corresponding to 7 ways you gain era stars. So this one is obviously military, science, industry, food. All is shown here. Yeah, but let's just take Assyrians and explain kind of. So the bonus, the unique trait. Well, yes, it is retained through the era. So you kind of build your culture over time. That +1 to land movement speed will always be there. Plus when ransacking and plus 100% ransack gains, right? So this is pretty good for our purpose. Actually, let's just finish it. You have a what's that called? Like a special unit. I don't know their name, but it will show up. Culture unit, whatever. Which is usually more powerful than your normal units. It replaces a normal unit and make it more powerful in some ways. So but apart from the culture traits, the unit and the region, you can only build in this era. So once you advance from uh, era 1, whatever, you can no longer build them. So, oh, sorry, you cannot build the district, but you can build the unit. Although you will have very low intention, motivation to do so. But the unique district you can only build in this era. So this one gives you influence. We'll talk about why that's important. You will see very quickly. You have district fortification, and then it counts. I think it counts as a fortress. So you can, yeah, yes. So you can spawn land unit there, which is usually what garrison does. So does it replace garrison? No, it doesn't replace garrison, but it can work. It's a better garrison. And you can only build one special district in a region. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of choice, you can choose science, but really, uh, if you want to play Humankind difficulty, you really need to eliminate someone in the beginning of the game. And since the other battle, this one is taken, which is a bit sad, you just take the other military ones, Assyrians. Okay, let's see how the game goes. Your clothes will change, which is a nice touch, I think, which is a nice touch. Okay, so confirm. So,
The
oh,
challenges
interesting.
of a young
Well,
civilization.
yeah.
It's hard keeping
Every
everyone
time you
happy
advance,
before they
you'll
have
be
to
cussing.
come up with a suitable.
You can look
So
at it.
now we advance as
Okay.
the warlike
So
Assyrians.
ancient.
You're
Erevine is
not going to be a
ancient.
very nice neighbor, are you?
Actually, let's go to the Empire screen. So this is the standard Empire screen, unlike the last one. Oh, I cannot even access it. Oh, insane. No, I can't. I can't. Just throw your mouse. It's here. But this is standard. So every other era will more or less look like this. Uh, there will be 7 ways you can get stars. You can expand, which is very nice. For us here, because obviously you want larger territory. You can be aesthetic. So basically, you gain influence stars. If you gain enough influence stars, it doesn't count the ones you used. You just however many you gain, it's fine. Districts that you built, there are different kinds of district. We can look at it later when we actually have a city, which we don't right now. There are people. There are economy, so just make money, which is great. Science, for technologies, it doesn't care about which ones. And then military star. So when you satisfy the constraints, you will advance by 1 star, and then at most you can advance by 3 stars. And then depending on what kind of culture you are, for us it's an expansionist. You gain more reward by completing respective. But again, it's not our main concern here. Our main concern is to just advance as quickly as possible and gain powerful militaries. Expansionists, yeah, I can build. They are trying to prompt me. I think I chose the tutorial level to be somewhat. Anyway, expansionists also have bonus. So here, ambition can always trespass, which is pretty funny. You can just trespass them. It's kind of annoying when the AIs have it because they will just come in and ransack your, uh, not your city. Your city needs to be conquered, but your kind of your territory, your regional control center, regional center, let's say. Um, anyway, you also have under one banner you can, I don't know, I think it costs money, but you can just transfer their territory to yours with some caveats. But we can do, yeah, it will hint like what's happening. I never know what that means. Well, it probably means that they chose a merchant culture. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean it's fine. I think if you click this, they will just okay. Please let me build my
You
first
have built
outpost.
a first
Great.
outpost,
Okay,
adding
the
another
first
territory to
evolving the
your
first outpost in the
empire.
city
I
is
know
free.
you're
So
hoping this is the beginning of
what we're gonna
something very,
do?
very big.
Okay, now we have a city. That's great. Okay, yeah. See how tiny the map is. Okay. It's a torus, so if you keep going right, it's the Earth is a sphere. So it doesn't go that way, north and south though. Anyway, so you have a city, and then if you're familiar with for a strategy game, then you know each city can build stuff. Basically you can build different things. You can build districts, you can build infrastructures, and you can build units. You can also do public ceremonies to just gain some resources, but not very commonly used. So districts. District is a physical. So well, it tells you how many turns. You can also buy them. So buy out is money. But we're at third floor right now. So you're gonna build, and when you build, everything costs I guess what industry points, and then there are only certain amount of industry points you can output um, for a city, and then the balance influence how you allocate people, and then obviously more people in that you'll have that's how much you gain. There are upgrades that increases this obviously. So well, I guess we're here. Let's talk about what each of them does. Can I go? Can I actually see a opponent today. That's how complex a strategy game is. Anyway, so there's food, and then with food production, you can increase your people. An interesting thing is that more people will eat more food, and your food production always saturates at some point, basically, right? So it will saturate at the point. So when you see your food production is zero, it doesn't mean you don't produce any food. It just means that all your production is eaten by your citizens. So your people balance there, and then when you do something that decreases people, one common ways to build units, then you will again be able to gain people. So I don't find it to be largely it's not that bad to have low food production. Um, I mean it's nice to have a large number of people because when you have large food production, then you have large number of people, and then they can just fill in those things. So your city will have be more productive. So it is pretty important. Definitely early game, and then later on there will be technology that increases your food production. And then there's industry, and then as we mentioned, industry affects how quickly you can build things. Everything seems to be quick because we are on Blitz. Um, that means we advance to eras quicker, and then we build things quicker. So there's money. Money you can buy things out, but I think the most important thing is that each unit costs money to upkeep. So if you want to, and then more advanced unit need more money. So not very important in the early game, but very important later on. Basically, at some point you have to choose a money merchant culture to increase your money output, so that you can so that you yeah can maintain a large amount, because your AIs with all the bonuses they receive will have almost 2 times or 3 times the army you have if you don't work hard. So yeah, money will be important. And then there's science. We can look at the science panel. Why not? Okay, go to technology screen. This gives you a tree structure, which is very helpful. So yeah, is basically like this. I guess notably, you only have to satisfy one requirement to advance, so you don't have to get both. You need one to advance. Um, yeah. So as shiny as my culture unit is, the most important is always city defense first. If you want to attack someone, uh, because they're not very different in their strength, but only I guess melee and the cavalry. Yeah, only melee units can actually attack a city with walls. Cavalry unit will count toward the strength, but they cannot enter the. So if you want to resolve the conflict manually, they're pretty hard. Also, I don't have horses right now, which is pretty important, and I need 2 more. This is not really a good placement. And I have copper, and then why is copper important? Because you get to make. Actually, I don't think it's that important. Later on, it's more important. Oh, actually, this one doesn't even cost copper, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have started here. Anyway, I can easily get here. We're gonna expand. We're gonna expand. But I still think yeah, it applies the technology point you accumulate so far, so you never waste them, which is good. But you do have to choose them carefully, um, because then if it's applied to city defense, it cannot be applied to other things. Okay, so that's our city. Yeah, so that's our resources. This is also important. This is stability. When you expand, your stability will drop, so you need to maintain it by some ways or form. Uh, okay, so we went through districts. They are always default districts, but you'll find yourself always building special culture districts because they tend to be more powerful. I may prefer this influence, so we can talk about influence. Let's see, I think I'm gonna occupy this one and then this one. They recommended here. Oh, so many turns. It's insane. Okay, next turn you'll see. But the garrison, I don't even know where my enemies are. I don't know where to build it. Somewhere that's hard to reach. Based on my location, they're probably here. Well, I guess that's really good. Actually, I'm gonna build my influences. You'll see why that's important. Okay, but basically, after you do everything that you can, you have the ability to enter. You enter, and the AIs will do their thing. And then now it's turn 4. Notably, AIs can also move during your turn, especially when you are kind of attacking their cities. So they can, it's not retaliate. They can attack you outside of the city if they choose to, or when your army is near them, they can choose to attack you, such that you are not always the one who initiates the battle, which is advantageous in some case. Okay, so if you if you order your unit to do something, they will just do it when you click, if it's a multi-turn thing. Okay, so now we're in a territory that we don't own. And this is when you can... Okay, so you have to build outposts, and then your city needs to absorb the outposts, and both of them needs influence stars. So now you see how important influence stars are, because this is the only way, one of the only ways you can expand. You can occupy other people's city, but that's slightly later game. Another thing that oh, okay, I'll talk about another thing later. Okay, so I have built the thing that gave me influences. I don't know if there's a thing that tells you what upgrades it has completed. Okay, okay. Oh, you can kill them. I didn't know. I don't know why you would like to do that, but yes, there's so you see +4 influence. So it tells you the effect, like how it calculates it. So main plaza is just the main plaza of the city. Each city has one. So the effect is +4 influence. If it's more complicated, as we'll see later, it will calculate for you. And then, I mean, the even better is that you internalize the rule so that when you build, you have that in mind. Okay, let's look at our special district. So a +3 influence, which is great. District fortification. So if other people attack you inside the Danube, you have more defense, and then +2 combat strength for units in or adjacent district, which is pretty good, pretty defensive. And then I think our enemies here. Okay, so it actually tells you +3 star influence point, which is really good. Okay. Okay, that'll take 2 turns. So yeah, in the beginning each turn, you just don't have. Okay, I researched city defense, which is great. I guess I got a. That's fine. Okay, now we're gonna build our second outpost. The reason I want. So when you claim territory, oh, we have those. That's great. I'm actually research. Let's talk about that. Actually, talk about that now. So those are I guess non-strategy resources. So when you have them, they give you some benefits, but you need to build a thing on top of them, which is usually a very easy thing. But here, you do have to research. Yeah, researching this doesn't give me much. Also, it takes forever. So you have to research this, which is kind of one of the first technologies. So after that, you can do them pretty easily. But they do give you a benefit, and you can trade those things. You can also trade your strategy resources depending on your relationship with other empires, other players. But I want those. So usually you look for them when you claim territories. You also look for. So when you do this, yeah, okay, they're pretty similar. The way the way you gain resources that is um, the district you built. I don't actually know exactly. Definitely your district counts, and then the thing surrounding your center matters. Outpost in this case. So this is, I guess, in my understanding. Correct me in the comments. In my understanding, this is how much resource, food, and industry you will get when this outpost is absorbed by a city. It will contribute to that city. But otherwise, the outpost itself, like, it doesn't care. It's not affected by the output. Do I need more food or more industry? I guess more food. This one has pretty less food. And then, this district has some resources as well. So I want this. Okay, so I built this. So one thing about strategy game is that there's an urge to click enter whenever you see enter, but yeah, you actually can do more things. So for example, here you have it's not built yet. I mean, you do have a choice. Basically, you look at your resources, and if you still have an abundance of money and influence, there's a good chance you can still do something, which we don't. So why not? Why not? Oh, okay. Here you can attach.
You have become a builder
Let's do that.
and a creator.
Okay, I really want the
There is
horses.
more to creating an empire than
Okay,
just yelling orders.
so the solid one is that belongs to a city, and the kind of the graded one, whatever, belongs to Outpost. So they are yours, but your people can just burn your Outpost and it's fine. While they cannot arbitrarily burn your center. So this becomes a control center of the district for the city when it gets attached. So and then people need to declare war on you to gain that territory. So it's much more solid, as the color suggests. So yeah, this is actually one of the main differences from Civ, that instead you can build cities anywhere, so you can in principle have as many cities as you like. But here it's based on the regions, so each region has something. It's you know, like if this territory has horses, then you will have horses. But in Civ, I think you have to build city. I haven't played Civ for longest time, but basically you need to build something across it, and maybe it has to be close enough to the nearest city or something. Comment below. I forgot. But so what does it mean? Is that Humankind gives you a closer approximation to city management. That you own this land has those resources, and your city can use those resources. Instead, you have to more granularly. I need to own this kind of in terms that there's just be a city next to it. So obviously, some people like it, some people don't like it. To me, just spend less time controlling cities, which might not be the thing you want to do the most, which is great. I think it's a good balance, but you can decide for yourself. Okay, what do you want to do? So our scouts, I really want to get the horses. So what's the closest? I mean, I can just build the territory here and I'll have the horse. And based on the map structure, if I build it here, it will be not bad, huh? Yeah, 3, yeah. It takes 3 turns? You must be kidding. Anyway, we didn't have... we would. Yeah, I'm just gonna say we wouldn't have the resource. Yeah, so the rivers are pretty annoying. I guess this is the only way I can reach it. No, okay, we'll just suffer, it's fine. Okay, so it's a 3 turn. Okay, so here, what can we build? We can put warriors, and which is great. Having units early on is great, and don't forget our cultural benefit. They get 5 movements instead of 4, so you really want to build a bunch of. So the reason why I cannot keep building is that I don't have enough people. So you exhaust your city. I guess I do. Oh, I don't have 1. Yeah, that pool of armor is gonna become military. You want to have land units, a bunch of them early on, so that you can claim territories, explore where they are, know where to attack. My experience. So here's the thing: that okay, you can click enter, totally fine. But there are things you can do. So look at your influence. I have influence, and then what can influence do? Well, attach outpost. So there's an attach. So despite the fact you can still do attach, you can enter, and then you do not want to enter because when you attach, which I'm gonna do, you get era stuff, which is great. Expansionists because so having outpost doesn't count toward territory. They need to be solid. Because by doing that, your city just wrong key. Your city just jumped its industry output from 13 to 19, and in food output. So you lose those things basically when if you just click enter. So you really need to know what you can do so that you don't lose out those benefits. Like if you lose out those benefits, it will be really hard to beat even normal AIs, I think. So warrior still takes 1 turn, but it has 8, so it means you can put something in the queue. Don't do that. If you don't put something, the remaining point will accumulate to next turn, and you can produce something quicker. And I really want warriors, and then we'll get +2 next turn. So yes, I'm gonna do nothing. Yeah, I do want to build this though, but at some point I need to have a decent amount of units before I do that. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, so counter researched. So that means I can claim those things. What does that give me? 1 food 2. Okay. They're pretty cheap. So they only cost 5, so I can build several of them. +3, +1. We're not that short. This one is pretty good. Yeah, let's just build on those 2. Did I actually? I did build. Okay. Oh wait, it's second turn? Oh, it costs 25? Dang. Okay. Now I'm curious if I should build this first. I think I should. Oh, I can build it very far. Okay, I'm definitely gonna build it. Okay, but now I have my 1 warrior, and I forgot I actually want warrior. The beauty of a strategy game. I think you can stick. Okay, I cannot. Okay, well. Okay, I can only produce 1 warrior in my following turn. Which is fine. Okay, they really need to explore. Okay, so I want to go here. Now I can claim territory. Oh, 7 is not too bad. I mean, there are 2 unknown strategic resources and 2 known ones, so it's pretty good. And then the cost for funding outposts increases over over a number of territories, number of outposts / territories that you own. So, I mean, this is obviously better. I don't want to take it in a turn. I'll do it. Yeah. Oh, we even get a copper. Dang. Good. Okay. So you see the importance of having land units. I can go here and get the what is this thing? They don't even tell you what this thing is. How many turns? I don't want to take the and then they'll probably vanish. I'll just do this. So my scout will advance. I need to research something. Is this a time for me to research horse? It probably is, because I'm gonna get horse pretty soon. Okay. Okay, I actually have money, which is not enough. But I think if I switch them, I can't. Forget it. We're just poor. That's fine. Okay. I was gonna say if I have money, we can buy something else and just get the effect earlier. But okay, our unique unit replaces Scout Raider or whatever it's called. It unlocks the ability to gain horses, and it unlocks a building which requires horses. When it requires a strategic resource, you need to have at least 1 to build them. But if you don't have 4, you will just need to pay extra industry or money costs. So it's important to have a strategic resource. It's not that bad if you don't have a lot of them. Okay, so this thing. So I can come. I guess I really want to come here. Yes. Can I find an outpost? I cannot. Okay. You're gonna. Okay. I'll make that decision later. I did make a. Oh, I can attach. So I'll attach because. Great. Expanding, expanding, expanding. Okay, now I have 2 units. So I can have 1 to discover this thing. This will usually give you some benefits, which
And
is
now
pretty
you've met the
good in the early
Mycenaeans.
game.
Let's hope
10
relations go
signs.
well. Their
See?
forts are rather
I
full.
only produce 7 signs each turn. And just finding those animal corpses. I can see that's 0. I don't think archers are that important. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they're fine. Also they need forests, the other thing, to work. So I don't think it's that important. So I guess one thing I focus on when I'm playing, well, I guess in general, but when I'm playing Humankind AI, is that I always try to emphasize the thing that will give me powerful units later on. So this one, you see the combat power is 26, which is much higher than this one, which is 19. 19. Yes, 19. Right. And then after that, well, forget it. We're gonna we're gonna go for it later on. So these are blocked behind era 2, so you cannot research them. But it's always nice to get the prerequisites ready, so that we're only 5 stars behind, which is not bad. So that's what I do for science. And then there are other pretty useful things there. But if something that you think that, oh, it's nice to have, but you might don't need it for now, just don't get it. Like, save your science for important things. So for example, this one is pretty important because it plus stability. It gives you stability to a city. And oh, I already discovered them. And you don't feel it now, but why don't I feel it now? But attach when you attach districts, uh, you just you will lower stability, and at some point, when it's too low, it its production suffers, and then you can have rebellion. Bad thing. It's not that bad, but it's bad. So you want to avoid them. Okay. Okay. So that's why stability is important. And then if you feel like you need more stability, there are ways to get them. This one gives you 5, which is pretty meager, but there are later technology infrastructures that give you more stability for each garrison. But there are also infrastructures that just give you stability, and the public fountain is one of them. When people look at fountain, they just feel so stable. It's great that we have fountains, so they just, yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Anyway, so this one, we're gonna greet our new neighbor, shall we not? Um, so I want to leave. Let's be here. Let's be here. Oh, there are horses here. Why did I go to that wasteland? I mean, forests are still nice. We need 22. Okay, that scout, you can go farther because I don't really need you right now. Although, this is a nice spot though. This is a shittier spot. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So we want units. As many as possible. As many as we can sustain. Just build some more. And apparently our friends are coming from this direction, so we need a lot of units to greet them. Don't we? Do we not? So I'm gonna basically not focus on this always trade-off. I mean, it's nice you can do. I mean, if we need money, we build the artisan's quarter, but right now we just need crazy amount of money. Actually, we can build this here. It will be great. Spawn right next to them, but it costs. How do I cancel it? It costs 2 turns. Yeah, we're gonna just spawn, and remember we can walk 5. Yeah, whatever. I never really understand the cultural influence stuff. Like, I don't know if they get influence. I think it gives them excuses to attack your city, declare war on you. The war is there are some mechanisms around it. I'll explain later, but I don't think it's that bad. Okay, I cannot be done. Okay, that's fine. I do want to scout. I don't want to fight them. I want to scout further. Scouting is pretty important, as in real-time strategy and normal strategy games. Okay, check. 13. I cannot do anything right now. I would still prefer this force, but our neighbor will be competing for this land for sure. And it will be nice if they don't have. They already have horses. It's fine. Maybe I'll still prefer this. This one has higher output. I can also, so you can also have multiple cities. Like, it's useful, especially when you don't have enough stability, but we do. You also have a what's that called? Cap. So yeah, so you can only build 2 cities, meaning cities are those things that can produce things for you. You can only build 2 cities right now. It will obviously increases over time, but at least in tiny map, I find that you just need 1 city for now because my stability is still high. When you have low stability and still want more territory, then you build more cities. Also, taking into account that when you conquer other people's city, and then if you get their city, it comes toward this. So you either burn their city down when you are still in war, so that you can get the territory later, without it's intricate. But I'll later. Too much on war right now. We don't even have a war yet. Why are we talking about war? It's insane. Okay. In turn. Yeah. Okay. They might hate us. Oh. Great. Yes. They invented directly. Yeah. That's great. Haha. Isn't that great? We're just gonna. I'm gonna declare war on you. Ooh. By whose permission you get those horses? Oh, those are fruitful lands. Okay, it takes 1 turn. I'm gonna explore. Okay, our other neighbor. We're gonna declare war on them pretty quickly. But okay, so if you want to declare war on them, normally when you enter the territory, you have to declare war on them. But we are expansionists, so we can go wherever we want. So the capital is here. It will be really nice to have a spawn here. So we might as well do this. How much will it take? Okay, that's fine. Influence, we have some money. Oh, we can buy out the warrior. We're kind of short on cash. I'm not gonna do that. Because we still have enough people to scout, which is really what we need the most right now. Oh, the 5 movement is still so good. You don't have to use them all at once. You can see a little bit. Go a little bit. Yes.
So, do you view each other as friend or foe?
We're fighting.
It's time to
It gives you a
diplomat's
nice
dilemma.
illustration. So, now we are fighting. When you are fighting, this is again present in many strategy games I played, that they will usually calculate kind of approximate. Actually, you see that you are defending your flag, so they declare war on us. I didn't do anything. It's them who are vulgar people. It's not me. So this is the way. Let's talk about the strength first. So again, in most strategy games, they'll calculate a strength balance. So based on our I think they basically add up your unit strength. So I have 19, they have 17, so I'm slightly higher. And then that will be the strength. And this gives you a visual of how difficult this battle is. But it doesn't affect manual battle at all. When you enter manual battle, there's so many other factors that come into play. And but I do want to talk about instant resolution, which is very important when you. It's not just I will die in instant resolution. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna say that sometimes instant resolution actually is to your benefit. Not only that it makes the game quicker, but it's actually to your benefit that you get to reserve more units, you have less casualties to win the war, or you can win a war you usually wouldn't win. And that's because they don't take into a lot of factors into account. Not the terrain, not the defense, maybe some defense, but hugely underestimated defense. So it's almost always better to instant resolve. Like what is it called? That you surround the city and attack it? A siege. Yes, a siege battle. It's almost always better to instant resolve a siege battle whenever you have a higher strength, because those are hard battles to fight. I guess why not? We'll just fight. They say we will die. We'll see if we die. So placement. You get to place your units. This is your flag. If you lose your flag, you lose the war. but it doesn't mean your units are killed. You can lose a war and units can still survive. And right now, I think I care about my unit survival more than winning the war. There are times that you want to win the war more than unit survival, but not now. We haven't even declared wars yet. We haven't declared a war yet to them, so we might as well. And then we want the high ground, and you will see quickly how we do that in deployments. Okay, what do you get? I don't even know what culture they are. Battle at Alphard. So, actually, why not? Okay, interesting. They stopped there. Okay, so let's talk about battle in Humankind. Again, a huge difference from Civ. Forgive me for using so many Civ references, but I do think that's the most common first 4X strategy game that people play. In Civ, you just control units. They get to move once per turn, and that obviously, because when you move a unit, your city already produces a unit in some cases, so that kind of gives you less movement for a unit, less kind of interactive unit. I don't know how to say it. You get to control your units less times in the turn. But in Humankind, your battlefield are kind of artificially segregated. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. And then all the units within that region will be devoured by the battlefield. If you have the technology, they'll come you back. Actually, I need to research that technology. I totally forgot that different units can help with the fight. But actually, each regiment can contain multiple units. So all the units in the regiment will enter the fight. But if you want multiple regiments to enter the single fight, they need to research a technology, which I didn't do. I will do that immediately afterwards. And then each side get to control 3 rounds for each unit, right? So they get to move 3 times each turn. Okay, so now they're in the defense stage. So when you fight, they tell you like there's a random. It's a bit too random, -12 to -28. I never know why the randomness is there. It seems too random to me. Like it should be a deterministic game to some extent. But it's based on the strength. So you see that their combat strength is 17, but they get 2 from defending. So those plus and minus just count toward the result of the battle. So they don't count. I can be here, defend my flag, but lose my terrain advantage, or I can wait here. And I think our hardest AI will just attack me. I think. So I'll end round. I'm enter a defending position because they can't attack me. Oh, actually, stupid. Okay, well, sorry, I made that stupid. Okay, great. Now I want to be the hardest AI. Oh, they still lose much. Okay, it's not bad. So they got +4 from high ground. That's why I want to occupy the high ground. Okay, let's just come here so that at least I don't get to attack us. Sorry, my bad. But we were in a defense position, so that's why it was still even. Like they even lose more health than we do. But I'm gonna come here so that they lose their high ground advantage, but I'm still in the defense. I think whenever you don't attack, you are in the defense stage. They will probably occupy our flag. They don't even want to occupy. This is the flag. You don't want the flag? Okay, you don't want the flag. So remember the defense is +2. So that last attack got -1 damage. We have +2 more than them. I cannot be here. May as well just defend. What? They get a star? That's insane. I'll just be here. Oh, I won. Insane. It doesn't really matter. Well, it gives you battle support. We'll go into that later, but it's better to win than lose. But it's fine. Well, here ends our first battle. AI will almost always charge into you. So get your position. So now I can join. Kind of want that. Trade off, trade off, trade off. I'll be here. Yeah, I'll be here. They'll probably occupy that place next turn. But if we get that place first, I don't think it's very possible. But so I could buy it out, but I do need the money to support my military. So I'm just gonna skip it. When the Civics, when we have this, this is also something you can watch out for, but we don't have this yet. So, int turn. Okay, what is our bronze working research? So now I can get copper. Oh, they're really pissed, aren't they? There are stars, from the sign stars. Okay, now we have 3 stars. That's good. Acknowledge. Do we still get the? We cannot enter the battle because we don't have the technology. Huh. How about the terrain? So they think the both sides are evenly matched. I really don't know because they have 17. Now we have 18, and then I'm already hugely damaged. I don't have terrain advantage, so I really don't think this is accurate. I'm gonna auto resolve. My unit will die, but they might die as well because it's even. I don't know. So this is the thing that I don't trust their evaluation because we obviously have less health, and you didn't take that into account. So in terms of the strength, they are 17, we are 18. We're obviously better, but we can take half as much of a hit. So this is actually one thing I want to mention. That in most strategy games, this estimate will not be accurate. There are just so many factors. So when it's inaccurate to your benefit, you might as well use it. Aha! We both died. Great. Perfect. Actually, I was defeated. Maybe that wasn't very good. So I don't think. So I have this. I'll have my scout come over instead of my warrior. My warrior has no scars now, and it takes 3 turns. I wouldn't have. Oh, I do have this attach. Oh, I cannot even attach. Okay, having that outpost wouldn't do me much good right now. I think, at least based on current. So I may as well. I can raid them. Actually, I get more money for raid. I can even do the expansion and stuff, but it will take forever. I probably. Oh, they're almost dead. So did I still get to build? Oh, almost. Okay. Anyway, technology. So you very 6 turns. So the organized warfare will be pretty important because it allows you to join. So some technology gives you some long-term benefits, some forever what's the word, whatever. But allow your army to be added to as reinforced. That means you can have multiple armies attacking the same city, which is really important. We're gonna do this. 6 turns is really long, but we'll see. Yeah, at this point, we may be better off attacking this, but yeah, defeat, whatever. Oh, there's a war support. Okay, there's a diplomacy. So there is a war support, right? The war support is something they are trying to abstract multiple factors of the war. I mean, war. One can say that war isn't really about killing, not just about killing people's unit, but about your demand, like like whether this war is just, let's say, uh, whatever. It's trying to simulate that. So you have war support, and obviously, if you win the battle, you get more war support. If you occupy a city, their war support decreases. Oh, they are militarists. Oh, they are that mercenaries, whatever. But you can demand stuff. Because I'm gonna fight with them. I'm gonna demand all. Okay, so I demand. If they don't satisfy my demand, they're pretty angry right now. Then your war support increases, which is good because you need a bunch of war support to even declare war. You can have a surprise war, but you have this traitor thing that people can just basically arbitrarily declare war on you, which you don't want. You basically will have your neighbor just declaring war on you, without much hesitation. So, so war support is not only important for declaring war, but also for winning the war because when let's see, so when one side has their war support zero, decreased to zero, you get to ask them to surround. I forgot the word. To surround, and then you can demand them to give you cities and do something. How many things you can demand based on your war score, which is yet another thing. The more cities you capture, the more war scores you have. I don't exactly know the formula, uh, but you see how war support important war support is. That if you decrease the war support to zero, I don't know if your own war support. Obviously, if your own war support is zero, then you lose the war, which is bad. So, obviously, it's more important to decrease there to zero than to increase your to 100. But it's still nice to have a higher war support to start with. Um. So anyway, so that's the thing you can do. Uh. Yeah. Usually I just demand whatever if I want to war with them, which increases my war support. Okay. I can try to kill them. Okay. I'm gonna go to this high ground so that even they want to battle me, which is not. Oh, your units regain health every turn on your own territory, so they are gonna regain that pretty quickly. 71, I cannot do that. I'll get a warrior in one turn, but they will be spawned here. I don't do that, but what else would I do? +2 food is meager. Is there any district? So those are usual districts. Each district also decreases stability. So that's pretty important. I guess not our garrison. Uh, Apart from garrison, it actually increases. Okay, so there's industry. No, not worth it. What does that give me? 2 signs. Not too bad, given that we have what 8 signs for now. Yeah, why not? Oh, you can give me food. That's great. It only takes 15. Can I make 2? I cannot make 2. Okay, I'm gonna reserve it. I can do horses. No, I can attach them and to get some more influence. I do have some money. I can maybe buy this out. Buy something out in my next turn. Yeah, so each turn, I mean, in Blitz, or generally, in each turn, there's so many things you can do. So make sure you do all of them before you pass on. Oh, I can get this almost for free, but this land is almost useless. Let me try to gain this. Okay, that does influence my strategy. Okay, so I don't know. It didn't move. Why did it allow me to enter? I don't know. It has one unknown resource. Most importantly, it's closer to our neighbor. They will definitely get it. If they can. They will get this land. I don't think there's anything on this land. It's okay. I can get them back by force later. But I can get this one so that I have a good attack point, I guess. Okay, anyway. Okay, so now we have a Garrett, whatever, Dunning here. Ooh, what do they want? They want to defend this, maybe? Oh no, they want to go here and get the land. I can just kill them. Can I do this? I can. Okay, so we're gonna spawn here because we can. Okay, we have 4 people. This gives us, we don't need that much industry. Well, I do, but we have 42. 4 is not that much. This gives you anti-cavalry unit, which is not very. What's their strength? 18, 19. I guess warrior is fine. I don't think they will have that. 23, 7. Okay, definitely this. I'm just gonna create a bunch of warriors. Oh, I can all make them all in one turn. Can I do this? I can do this. Can I do this? I can. It's nice to have a. Yeah, let's do this. I don't have that technology yet, so I cannot attack on Air Force. Okay. In order to perform this action, it's fine. Let's scout a little bit. Why can they attack me then? So unfair. Okay. I can't see anything. I'm gonna advance. Why is it? Oh, okay. I'm gonna run. Yes, you do have the option to run, but you can only run once. Okay. So that means we need spearmen. Obviously, there's so many spear units. Actually, that may also mean that we want more of this. And then we could buy this out. Yeah. Okay, we'll have less money. I don't know if that's right. The upkeep is one. It's fine. Okay, I should have seen the upkeep before I do that. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Okay, that will give you a good army. I'm gonna kill this thing. Yes. If we are gonna demand all. Oh, I cannot declare war. I can I savage them? Cannot. Can I do this? It will take 5 turns to annex that target. Then they will declare war on me. I don't think it costs any money. I should go back, but I will have a full army later on. Let me just try to do this. So this is the special thing. So when your empire is of a particular kind of culture, you can do under one banner. Sorry, you can there's a special action you can do, and then for the expansionists, you can basically get their territory under you. So I can do this, and then you wouldn't take other resources. I don't think it would cost money. With an army, yeah, whatever. Anyway, basically, if I do this, they will definitely come find me because they don't want their. And if they can't find me, then they will be dead, which is the best enemy. Dead enemy. Okay, so I'm gonna attach this so I have forces. You see, my stability starts to decrease, but 80 is still fine. We're on a tiny map, so it's fine. Okay, that also increases. Okay, C. Oh shoot, I'm pretty behind. I don't know if I win this. but this is the thing. You are always behind on the fame point in the era star and those stuff because they just get insane amount of bonuses. Okay, we're pretty close to culture. But the good thing is that they are still in era one. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe the one time I win is fluke. I don't know. We'll see. I can get this.
No doubt
Free,
this
it's free.
independent
Why not get
people
it?
possess sophisticated
Oh,
customs,
this
rights,
city.
language, and
Oh,
beliefs.
okay. Now it belongs to
I
an
do hope
independent.
you're going to treat them
So
well.
those are not, well, those are not players. Well, those are not players. Those are not empires. They are independent cities, and then they might attack you. Actually, this is something you can adjust, like how frequent they appear. Maybe you can tune that to your benefit. But that does mean we cannot occupy this land. Might as well scout them, or come here and occupy that, or see this is worth occupying. They probably will get this. Maybe we'll just go this. It's closer. Or we just keep going. We will keep going and know more about this land. Not sure. I'll go back. Okay, here. This is the what do they call this? Civics. Okay, in civics you just have what do you call this? Politics? Policies? Policies. Yeah, you have policies that you can choose from, and each policy costs influence to do, and later policies will cost more influence. So that's another reason why influence is important. And they'll have that. This is pretty. This game does have a religion, but it's not as punishing as in Civ. At least Civ, the latest one, 6. Yeah, so it's not as punishing as in Civ 6 if you don't have a religion. They basically just give you some benefits and some reasons to ask for war, and some culture are built based on religion. But here, seeing how important influence is, uh, not only they will give you this particular benefit, but they will shift your your skills on these four: economic, geopolitical, order, and social. Sorry, those are one end of those skills. But there are four skills that, and then if you move them, you will have particular benefits or drawbacks. So you see that this one is more faith, one more science, and we definitely need science, like and to go to higher. So
Why was this even a
yeah. So
question?
those are things.
Let's keep it simple.
So this is
We've
something
been
that was checking because they will
examples.
remind you the first time a policy you can choose from a policy. I actually don't know how to unlock them. They will just unlock over time. I guess. Oh, I don't know. They will just unlock over time. To me. But then there will be policies that you haven't decided on or you haven't adopted, and sometimes they are pretty important. So for example, like this, -3% on creating elbows versus -20 on attach. Oh shoot, did I just attach? Okay, yeah. So like that one, it saves you a bunch of influence, which is insane. So I'm gonna choose this because I'm still in this stage, but that does put down attach elbows. I don't know. I do want more size. Oh, it's the same. Okay, I will just lose my. See, this one gives you more stability, so it's not always bad. Create outposts. Am I still in the stage of creating outposts? Let me think. I'm almost past that stage. Oh, they need to go. They need to go before I can. And then this one and this one. I'm gonna attack them. I'm actually not sure about them. Let me. Oh shoot. I don't lose it. If I lose it, I'm gonna restart the game. So, I mean, so we have influence. It's definitely good to gain. Maybe later. We don't have to. I mean, they are not in effect right now, so we might as well wait. Might as well wait. Okay. Okay, we have an army here. Great. And then we have organized warfare. So we have multiple armies going to a war. There's a lot. Okay. Okay, let's gain some military stars, shall we not? Okay. So, what will happen actually? Oh, can incense resolve? So we can do better than that, can we? Oh, we can do better than that. We can totally do better than that. Okay. So manual battle. Okay. To get to placement. So we are defending. So the placement is extremely important because you want to be on the high ground. At least defending a high ground. So that unit will, yeah. I think I gain, yeah, I gain strength near my. Oh, this is such a good district. So this land will not give me particular benefit. Is that a high ground? I think that's a high ground. So I'm gonna force them to fight on the high ground. They cannot reach here. So I'm just gonna be back here, which looks a bit weird, but I do think that's the right placement. Also, if I'm in the garrison, I think I get some defense. I know. But I do think this is good. Maybe I'll place. This is kind of more anti-cavalry. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. So you end deployment, and then since you're defending, they will act first. Okay. I hope I don't make any stupid mistake. This is always the case. So they will just do their thing. In the meantime, you can actually just let them do their thing and go to other places and do other things. But since this is our first real battle, let's just see how this plays out. They cavalry. Oh, they have archers. I mean, obviously, they just run away. Coward. I mean, they are placing their units in better positions. Okay. So I don't care that much if I win this war. I do care whether my units get preserved or if I get to kill their units. So I'm gonna. So you see, like we +2 from bonus of the district. So even if they're defending, it's still advantageous to us. So it doesn't matter who starts the attack, usually, if you don't have other benefits, bonuses. So this goes here, right? So even if you are defending, if you fight around this, we still have an advantage. So that's exactly what we're gonna do, and we want to focus on. So you see, if I do this, then this side. Anyway, the UI is I don't know how to make it work. Anyway, you can right click and drag, and then you have the expected casualty, and then you can do this. If they come for our flag, it's totally fine. They'll just be really dead. And right now we want to use our warriors because we're now against cavalry. We want to save them for the cavalry. It's also advantageous, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. They have an archer here, which is annoying. Archers are not that strong. Wow, -24? I have 3 points more. Insane. Do I want to do this? Right now we are equal. I don't know. I do want to give them, give them some pressure. It's not that bad. Or we save it until later. I want to kill the units fast, but I do want someone inside the. Yeah, so it will just auto progress to their turn. The archer is pretty good. I mean, yeah, maybe I take it back. Archer is good. Okay, they came for the bait. That's good. Where are they? I should be able to see this unit. I'm so confused. Okay. Oh, great. Is there cavalry? Oh, welcome. They have a pretty big bonus here. They have the terrain. I didn't know they can do this, but which is fine. They have the terrain and they have the charge bonus, which is reserved for cavalries. But they are pretty dead. Because I will come here. This is gonna be great. You see how insane this is? So, +8 from anti-cavalry. So spearmen always good against cavalry. That's one big drawback of cavalry. They're pretty afraid of spearmen. +4 on high ground. +2 from districts. So we are 32 versus 17. This is insanely high. So they will just be dead. Period. Our unit is almost dead. I don't want them to be killed by archer because that will be a free death for them. You see, we still have 20 combat with what? 10 health, 3 health? I don't know. It's a good sacrifice. Yeah, we'll remember your sacrifice. Okay, you will die. I do need to take my flag back because otherwise we'll lose the war. Okay, good. Let's see what's happening there, but I don't want to be too far. They will come. I will get casualty from the archer, but it's fine. Oh, 31? You must be kidding me. 26? What? Behind wall in city. It will be a headache when I attack their city. Okay, you get the gist. So we're gonna resolve it here. What are they? Carried to overall. I think, yeah, they are ranged. Wait, they're not ranged. They're heavy cavalry. Yeah, and then we'll get a high ground, which is not next to another high ground. Actually, this is the best high ground I'll get. This is a simple one. They will come. Whatever. Yeah, so when they move and attack, they have an advantage. I'm defense in the high ground, so you see like how much. You can look at how much. Yeah, when they attack you, it doesn't show. So you see, even if I attack them, it's 23 versus 22. It's still advantageous. But if I defend, that's 2 more. If they charge, that's also 2 more. So we'll fight them. Yeah. But the importance of high ground. See, 13 versus 27. So yeah. So since you need to be good at battles to win against your opponent, so these are things that you know. If you want to win, So we'll kill the, and again, yeah, we are 22 versus 18, which is really, really good. And then, I mean, I don't want to damage my spearmen, but their power is gone for now. Like later on, we probably need more spearmen. Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, so 3 rounds for each side. We'll proceed to the next one. Yeah. How do we do here? Same logic. You don't have to look at number every time. Okay, this one is slightly worse, but they will. I mean, this is a pretty boring battle. Yeah, fine. We might both die, which we did. Okay, but we did earn military star. What military stars has been earned? Okay. Um. Yes, we earned more than 7. It's a draw because we both died. Good. Waiting for next turn. I know. I think we can demand them. Yeah, we'll do that.
Give me your
So much demand. They're totally not gonna do that. They don't even have. Anyway, so but our, you can see our support is increasing very quickly. Yeah. Okay. So we can choose a, and we're gonna do. So we have 9 stars by accident. Yeah, we just killed so many units, so we got military stars. They probably also got their military stars. So this is the thing I'm saying. You see, we actually progressed earlier, or at least almost the same time as our opponent. I don't know where these green people are, but we want to conquer. You basically want to conquer um, them. So the lower the era, the more behind they are from you, uh, the less they can produce powerful units, and then obviously it's better. So we're gonna choose cultures. Um, so you basically will have a different set of cultures you can choose from. You are able to transcend yourself, meaning that you'll keep the same culture, meaning that you can build the same districts. Actually, talking about districts, I totally forgot. I could build. I think if I put them into the queue now, they will remain. And since this is a really good district, I'm gonna build it right now. Horses. I do need horses for something. Oh, it takes so long. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, that reminds me. I don't think this will get cancelled. So I do need to do science. So if you transcend yourself, you get to keep the same. But most importantly, you get 10 bonus for the fame king. So I I see people saying that they will just transcend 6 times and they'll just gain an insane amount of fame. Still not enough for beating Humankind AI, I think. But that's definitely a valuable strategy for some games. And then this is something new for the Jordan closed beta, that you just gain. I don't know if you transcend multiple times. Do you just get it for multiple times? This seems way too powerful. But you gain some other benefits, which is also permanent to your. It's a unique trait. You'll last through the whole game. But we're not gonna do this because there are so many good things about doing. Oh, this will be nice. Yeah, although it's a science. I mean, it's a science hard to say. It's good. Uh, doesn't mean you're weaker after it. Just unit is pretty powerful. So I mean, it's rather powerful. For reference, your swordman is 26, so it's more powerful than swordman. And I don't think there are any other units in Era 2. So yes, they are more powerful. And then the other powerful unit, horseman, is a cavalry. So it's weak to you. And then because your thing is a melee, so it can actually help you attack the cities. So and you need copper, which is what we have. So this is probably the thing I'm gonna choose. Also, you definitely need good signs to progress to get new units and the districts earlier. So this one gives you money. And it has war element, which is also pretty good. You do need iron, metal. What is it called? Yeah. But it has something that needs water to work, which is not that great. Waterplane is pretty powerful though, but it's a cavalry, so it cannot enter the city. So it's not very good for Celts 26. This also, I find that food culture is not very good. Maybe it's just I'm playing wrong, but food culture doesn't really work for me. Range sack bounty, yeah. So it's special units is cavalry, although it's pretty powerful, but again, it doesn't help us conquering cities, which we direly need. Yeah. Also, it's it plays into faith, so which is good. I mean, if you play faith, this is a good culture. Oh, this is a weird one. You get signs by having your units on their territories, and you also cannot attach your outposts to cities. So it's I don't know how this works. I think later on they will become outposts again, and then you can attach them to city. I mean, if they foreverly cannot be attached to cities, that would be really bad. I played Huns once, but I didn't notice. Maybe they just become outposts later on. Yeah, so this is a rather weak unit, and then I think the idea is that they are almost like civic units. Like they can gather food on their own, and then they can multiply. It's so weird. I played this, but I didn't play this really well. This is also a good one actually. So it plus two city cap. So when you need a large territory, which is exactly because it's an expansionist, this is really great. It also gives you a lot of money and some influence. Actually, influence and money are good. What do we need? Standing army. So it's the same level. Oh, this is really good. And the benefit is pretty strong as well. The Greeks give you science per era, so it's pretty good on the later game. But we kind of need more like immediate game. Oh, and you have the Romans, obviously. I forgot about the Romans. Yeah, so plus one unit slot and plus 50% gain. Like they're experienced and they get go to 1 star, 2 stars, 3 star. Each unit can when they kill more units or battle more. I forgot which one. Uh, but I think each level gives them 1 or 2 power, which is really influential. Yeah, this one is also pretty good. Plus 5 influence, but this one gives you money per adjacent district. Minus 10 on stability, but it doesn't minus stability. Ooh, it counts as a market. So interesting. Uh, I think Romans are better. Yeah, because we need powerful units, and this is also more powerful. Although it's not a it needs iron. I don't have iron. I do think I have some iron. Yeah. Given that our culture, our enemy culture is a cavalry based one, this is probably better. Yeah. I regret. Yeah, it counts. It minus 10 stability though. Although it's nice that it gives you some money. Tatsu City Cap is so nice that you don't have to burn down your city, but you can just get their city and plus 10 stability. But the Romans, they're pretty equal to me. Plus 10 stability is really nice that you get to get more. It also gives you stability. I guess the real difference is that the unique thing it gives you money, but it gives you less stability. Do I need money? I mean, I always do need money, obviously. But it's plus 5 influence. I'm very good at this. I don't know. Get close. I don't know. I can be wrong. Cool. So waiting for next turn, you do have to choose your technology. I think you do have to choose it before you progress. So we're gonna research this, and then we're just gonna research something small, like we can get immediate benefits from. 17 will be so weak in the later stage. Might as well do this. This is pretty useful, and then we can always kind of save the point and come back later. We do have a policy. Oh, army compensation. Yeah. So it's either minus 30% on unit cost or +1 combat strength. On unit, both are very powerful. You definitely should choose one. But we only have what, 2 people? So I think +1 unit strength makes more sense. You get the difference. I don't know. Actually, being able to make a larger army makes more sense. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one. They're not fixed. You can come back. You can come back and change them anytime using influence, although costly. So we're gonna do this. Also, it gives you what, more stability on the city and garrison. Oh, this is influence. Yeah. Combat strength. Combat strength. +1 is nice, but I do think we need more units
This
right now.
should improve
That's fine.
efficiency and
This one
camaraderie,
we don't need that
but
yet.
it'll
So
probably cause a lot of
okay. Yeah. So we'll get this. Nice. Haha. Signs. Great. Okay. We're gonna try to get the outpost here. Okay. Well, I think I'll stop it for now. We did go over most of the basic mechanisms here, and then we are in the okay position. I would say, I mean, right now it's kind of like we didn't get hugely good starting, but it's good starting that we have copper, so we can build some unique units. Then we have horses. I think we're in a much better position after we conquered the blue guys. So that we'll have an extra city, we'll have way more production, and then it starts to feel like a balanced game. Right now, it feels like what? How many units do they have? You saw how many units they had? um, and then we haven't met the green player yet. We should soon. And then it's always good to kind of trade with the father's player because you are not gonna eliminate them yet, and yet you get the benefits of the trade. But we cannot do that yet because they're not here. But yes, next time we'll advance to the next era and hopefully conquer the blue ones. Okay. See you in part 2. Yay. So.